Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Warhammer Weekends. We're streaming this live on Twitch and then editing these episodes down into nice little VODs for YouTube. We are beginning on turn 61 this time, as events are still escalating in every direction. Very quickly, here's our in-between session recap. Up to the north, we are still paying Kolek and his Chaos Waste friends to not attack us, but as you can see, the mood is still awkward. We still don't really know each other. I have spotted where Kolek's third territory is, which is right over here, which begs even more questions about why he traveled all the way south through my territory to get over to Grand Cathay. But I suppose you can't really wonder what a demon chaos warrior is really thinking. They're just going to do whatever they want, like stand in the middle of my territory right now. To the north, we have secured this pass with a very large building that has even better walls. In between turns, Clan Ferric, these little rats up here, offered up a peace treaty for 1,000 gold. I told them to shove it up their rat hole, and then they give me 1,200 gold. So we're officially at peace. Non-aggression pact with Clan Ferric again, which is honestly what I was trying to do in the first place. I don't know why they turned on me. I never did anything to them. Meanwhile, we have pushed through using the Silver Pinnacle as our access way to the central mountains of the continent. We are currently decapitating the Slayer King and everyone that he has ever known. We have 2 orc armies over here, one being led by Grimgore himself, that has been cutting these dwarfs down even more. As we look to the south, our WA target is the Bone Clutch. Our WA ends in 4 turns, so we need to make sure that this place is actually secured. And it is technically surrounded by Skaven, who are all at war with me at the moment. So I should probably address that sooner rather than later. The only person we have in the area is Gnar the Throat Cruncher. He's currently recruiting a few more catapults into his army before he really starts to push his weight around. Over the course of the last few turns, we have seen the Blue Rose vampires rise to power yet again. I hate vampires. As you know, they are extremely difficult to actually kill off. They just keep resurrecting and keep coming. Well, Argor and Arda Fulatif, I don't think Arda actually helped, managed to fight off a lot of the Blue Rose vampires in a single battle. It was 3 stacks of their armies we were able to auto-resolve. I have a very strict don't fight vampire policy. It tilts the shit out of me, so I try not to do it. But if we can continue the aggression against these guys, if we could push in even harder against these guys, we might be able to eliminate the Blue Rose and then really start to cement our hold on the bottom here. We do still have Nurgle to worry about. We do still have the Skaven factions. There's 2 here in these ruins that we have to worry about. And of course, the Glade is at war with us as well. But if I can wipe this guy out and continue payments to this person up here, we may be able to avoid a war with the entirety of the Glade, which is something I would very much like to accomplish. Now, that being said, we're going to throw a lot of money at this and probably not see a lot of results, but as long as there's not war, that's good enough. If there is war, I'm going to take everything these guys have ever known and loved because I have quests to do it. That is our recap. Thank you for listening. I think we will begin today's session up in the northwestern mountains with Grimgore himself as he walks towards Karaz-a-Karak. Now, this is a place, this is an easy, decisive victory. This is only the garrison units of the dwarves here. Loot and occupy probably wouldn't even give me enough money to build a wall. It would give me just over what I need to build a wall. So rather than doing that, I'm just going to break this down. That was the wrong city. Cancel that. Ungor is what I need to upgrade, which is already has walls. And then Razik, I'm going to want to get walls here as well. So let's upgrade this city. And when that's fully done, we'll get walls. The main reason for that is because this is the entryway into the mountain. We see, I think this is Kislev. Yes, Kislev already on the border here, already poisoned. They have a disease in their town, which is kind of odd. I will go ahead and upgrade Karak Ungor to level 2. That is going to be the majority of our money for this turn. Meanwhile, Giblet has been getting in range of the capital of the dwarves. Now, we're not going to be able to attack this on our own, that's for sure, but we can continue this siege, summon in a catapult to help us with this as well, and now Grimgore can start ripping and tearing in that direction to beef up that assault. I believe they have one marching army for the time being. We've killed off everything else that Ungrim had, and it's just a rune lord with some quarrelers, some miners, and a slayer. His days might be numbered. We still have one more turn to recruit here, so there's nothing I could do there. I do want to move this guy back west, but I also want to use him to protect our territory. If this is one of Clan Rictus, I believe that's Clan Rictus. If that's one of their marching armies, if I can kill it, that'd be a net positive for everything. It would secure the region quite a lot. Clan Rictus was really strong a few episodes ago, but if we take a look at their diplomacy now, Clan Rictus has very much fallen off even before I started to attack them. They are 92 strength right now, so it looks like they are moving back in the right direction, but still a very long way to go to catch up to where they were before. Okay. I am going to then march Argor forward if he can. He's recruiting for 2 more turns. So instead it's going to be Ardafulatif. As he's going to approach these vampires, I don't want to give them any time to rebuild. I don't want to give them any time to heal or recruit more units or raise the dead, whatever these guys do. My full aggression is going to be on taking out these vampires as soon as possible, and we're not going to leave any survivors this time. I learned from that lesson. No vampire survivors? Yes. We play that game on our phone, not in Total War. Very good observation. That's it for turn 61. More talking than anything else. But now we know where we stand, and we can watch what happens. Specifically with these vampires. Watch, they're going to get a full army. They're going to be back at full health. It's going to be ridiculous. Oh, the Glade moves in to attack the vampires, it looked like. It looks like they raided that place. They didn't actually take it over. Not too much happened in between turns. We got the plague, apparently. But other than that, you know, I'm sure we'll be fine. Gonna check in on Giblet and how this is looking for him. We're gonna continue the siege and recruit another tower. Looks like Karak does have quite a lot of defenses. The dwarves seem to be trying to make it back in a hurry. I really can't go through these trees. I guess that is a pretty dense forest. Well, I can march with Grimgore down. Where does Underway let me out? Nowhere over here, huh? Well, here's what we'll do. We'll walk here this turn. We'll just chill, and then we'll Underway over and help attack next turn. I think that is the plan. 3 turns left on the wall, so it is getting kind of dire. I did want to have the Slayer King wiped out entirely before that WA ended, but maybe that's not going to happen. The Blue Rose is starting to rally and starting to move towards us. Argor still needs another turn to recruit. So let's see how we do moving in with Ardafulatif to bring the pain to the Blue Rose. They are going to fall back to their city, actually staying just outside of the city. Might allow me to attack one more time. And this is going to be a decisive victory, even with the garrison defenses. I don't fight vampires. We're gonna eat them. Wow, we barely even took any casualties there, actually. They must have just been a bunch of piles of bones all over the ground. Now, one thing I am worried about is this dude. Although he is injured, chat was saying this is one of the legendary lords of the Glade, and if that's the case, then I'm actually frightened. The fact that he's this close to our territory, though, makes it pretty cut and dry for me. I gotta kill this guy. Argor is still recruiting. It's possible that we're going to be attacked. So I'm going to take this settlement and set inside of it so I can have some garrison defenses to come out and help me just in case this guy decides to get frisky in between turns. Argor's a little too far away to come up and help. So at least get this going. It looks like it was raided, so I will repair to have it fixed. I don't think I will have garrison units, actually, since it was busted. Gnarly Throat Cruncher is finally done recruiting those catapults. He's going to just immediately go west and start to wrangle some of these Clan Rictus guys and stop them from doing anything too crazy. Does look like this is mostly heroes with the main general moving west. I'm going to march just so I can get inside of the tower. Give me a little more protection in here. I wouldn't want to march forward towards him and then have him attack me because that would mean my units are tired. But that gives me a good way of getting around that. Our money is actually moving in the right direction. For the first time in this campaign, our money situation really isn't looking that bad. And that's because every time we go to one of these places, I try to get money generation going. If we go through all of these camps, there are a few more places that we can upgrade. But if we go through all of these camps, that is the common trend, is that I have money everywhere we go. Now, the problem is I haven't been upgrading these quite as much as I should. So some of these are starting to fall behind. I wouldn't mind putting a wall in the Eagle Aries. But all of this stuff is starting to add up. But I've also got upkeep cost reduction in every single one of my armies that's walking around. Some of them are a little bit further along than others. And the reason I'm mentioning this is we're currently researching yet another thing called Pull and Teeth. This is going to increase all of the income we get from buildings by 5%. Probably something I should have pushed for a little bit sooner, but you know, hindsight's 2020. It's not very difficult to get to. We could have gotten Healy mushrooms and then gone straight for this, and I think that would have been a completely fine progression path. But that 5% is going to add up quite a lot from all of these buildings that we have done. That's going to be done in 3 turns. I wanted to mention it now so we could pay attention to that income increase that's on the horizon.
You dare approach me?
Clan Rictus! Please say it's a peace treaty! Please say it's a peace treaty!
Your guts tonight.
Yes! Although, counteroffer, give me more money, you fuck. Thank you. Thank you, Clan Rictus. I'm glad you have seen the light. I am so glad you have seen the light. Ungrim's back on the field and moving west towards our siege. He's managed to take an army from an... This is the same army that other dwarf had walking around. Ungrim just claimed it. And he's starting to fight back, taking back Karak-a-Kadrin. This is a valiant defeat. I'm just going to let him have it. There's no way normal garrison forces can fight back the Slayer King. However, he is walking towards our army that's currently sieging. We might have to send Grimgore in on him. We might have to do it.
Talk, cause my chopper gets Nick.
Oh, do you want a peace treaty? Oh, even better. Thank you. All right, the ogres to the east have declared war on Grimgore's army. We are going to march Argor quite a big distance. He is going to be in front of Ardapulatif. And then we're just going to slowly march our way towards this ogre standing army of Noblars. Yeah, dude. Yeah, your Noblars are going to stop me. 100%. You know what? I'm going to fucking march up to this dude. We're going to stand at the gate. If he wants to send his Noblars after me, I guess I'll have to find a way to defend myself somehow. The real threat is that this guy turns around, but it looks like the Blue Rose vampires. And this guy from the Glade are walking eyes, and he's taking a lot of attrition moving through vampire territory. This guy must be feeling...
I refuse.
Yeah, I would feel pretty confident too. Never mind, I take it back. Well, here's the fun part. If we take the Maw Gate, we're blocking off pass back to his home. Oh, he's gonna attack us. But if he's taking this much attrition damage, if he's bleeding himself dry this much, imagine how easy it is. That's gonna be to win. Plus, he's got vampire problems to worry about. All right, Clan Rictus is back on our side. Here's what I'm gonna do. Immediately send them money.
No, musk of strength.
Be my friend.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna cultivate this relationship. I want Skaven units. More importantly, I want to be able to raid territory and then be like, hey, bud, you wanna settle here? We can just push out with a Skaven across a lot of the land of this game. I feel like this place probably came that way.
I'm well nasty.
What is in range of this? Oh my god, that's so far north. Yeah, that's probably whatever. I don't hate it. Grimgore is on the other side of the mountain here. I'm going to see if we can underway across. I really hope we can. Yes, indeed. Giblet has been surrounding Karaz-a-Karak for quite a while. Let's see what this attack looks like now with Grimgore here. Yes, that's looking pretty fucking decisive, isn't it? That's looking pretty decisive. There are so many orc that are about to move in on this place. I don't know how our first group wasn't enough to kill this. This looks so easy. Oh, it's because they don't have siege. They don't have siege. Oh, they do have siege. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, well, that's the easiest victory I've ever seen. I'm not going to put my feet on the ground for that. We do need to do a battle today, but that one would have been a literal cakewalk. That would have been nothing. I don't want to loot and occupy. We're just going to occupy. This is another one of those cities that I need to build a wall in, and I'm assuming this one already Karaz-a-Karak is only level 2? Doesn't he have a building he has to build here to win the game? Ungrim? What have you been doing? Well, I guess we'll hang out over here and see how he approaches next turn. I thought that was going to be a significantly higher leveled building. Maybe it's the Fallen King Mountain where he needs that. That is their capital. That is their one remaining building, and Ungrim is currently fleeing towards it. Oh, 2 remaining buildings, but he is fleeing towards it right now. Well, our relationship with the Crooked Moon is naturally improving. Probably because we've been fighting Ungrim for so long. We may actually have allies in the very near future. Clan Rictus is on our side. However, there is still a little trouble here with Thorgrim holding on to one more building inside of our desert mountain pass. This guy ruled the world in our other campaign, so seeing him pushed back and kind of with nothing left, he's left with nothing. That's very weird. I wasn't expecting to see that. We do have a decent amount of catapults with this army. We should be able to do some pretty good damage. Oh, there you go. Let's get a few of those. Perfect. As that turn was rolling over, we saw a rat from Clan Rictus plant a deadly plague onto Mount Silverspear, as if this wasn't going poorly enough for these guys.
Retake the realms.
I'm trying to see how big of a garrison these guys actually have. It's not very big at all. Next turn, Throat Cruncher is going to be able to attack. It's just a little out of his attacking range right now. We had to march over there. This is also the final turn for our Wa, and it's looking like our Wa was a success, right? Oh, I wasn't looking south enough. I was like, wait a minute, where the fuck did that building go? The Bone Gulch was our target, and it looks like we secured it. No problem. It even has walls there. No wonder no one attacked it. Clan Rictus is still nearby. Let's give them some more money this turn. I want to be their friend. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to be their friend. Please, take this. How cool would it be if we took Clan Rictus back from the depths? They're like 99 strength right now or something, and we made them the second strongest power in the game. I think that would be sick. Meanwhile, Grimgore is going to get out of underway stance and start marching to the right. Giblet is going to begin marching with his fearless leader as well. These guys are going to stay right next to each other the entire time. They are about to be a lot weaker because the Wa is ending. Basically, these are 2 armies in one right now. They're about to be single armies. So, let's not forget that. Ungrim hasn't recruited too much. Looks like just Quarrelers so far, but those sticks are very, very good. We're probably a 4 days walk away, but we might be able to underway right to the front door pretty quickly. Meanwhile, at the Maw Gate, we have made our stance pretty clear as we have walked directly up to the gates. And let's go ahead and just march Argor up here too. We'll get him in range. Hopefully it's close enough. Argor, can you go any further? It looks like he may not be brought into this fight. But that's okay. I want to see this many Noblars in one place. I want to wipe out another ogre faction. Let's get our boots on the ground. So, some behind the scenes info for you guys. Whenever I make a thumbnail, I just make a custom game and change my army around and change my units around. But I always fight ogres on the other team. It's always the same 4 ogres. And there's never been a thumbnail that I haven't taken where I don't just let my units run forward and kill the ogres. I kill a lot of ogres behind the scenes. All right, boys. We have formed up to take down what remains of the ogres that we know of. However, this guy's army, as of right now, is almost entirely fielded with Noblars, other than the ogre leader himself. These guys are basically weaker goblins, if I'm not mistaken. We should completely walk over these guys. However, that's not the end of our problems. We do have reinforcements, 2 groups of them coming in as this fight continues, and that's going to bring more big ogres with it. So we do need to be fast, efficient, and deadly. To accomplish that, we have the majority of our army on the left side. This is a very basic straight line formation. Shields and boards in the front, swords and boards in the front, excuse me, and arrows behind them. These guys are going to march forward and hopefully start to squeeze the ogre side a little bit. While that is going on, catapults are going to be firing on the right as our leadership, as well as a few of our archers, push in to deal even more damage on this side. If our armies can come together, there will be no ogres left. Let us begin. Keep your formation. Move up right here, gentlemen. Although it looks like they may be wise to our actions, and some reinforcements are already approaching as well. It's going to be 1 minute 43 seconds for the next wave. Okay, let's start firing off some catapults here then, boys. Looks like a lot of the aggression is coming towards us on the right side. I'm going to spread out my leadership here.
I'll kill the lava.
Let's see where this group is going. Maybe we just have to relocate a little bit closer to my team, which is not what I wanted to do. But if that's what we have to do, we'll make it happen. Everyone's sprinting over to the right now to get into position. Meanwhile, we are dealing great damage with our catapults so far. The Noblars are approaching. Combat is inevitable. I'm going to start shooting a bit further away with our catapults, I think. Both of these guys shoot over there. We're going to send our leadership in first to absorb as many hits as possible. Our archer line is going to move up here as well and try to deal some damage. Actually, maybe just stay here and try to deal some damage. At the end of the day, our archers are going to have to protect that catapult if it comes down to that. The rest of the ogre army is pushing forward. We have a lot of boys in trees. Let's move these guys up to match their leader here. I still want them locked in formation, which apparently they're not doing. But it's okay, they're advancing. Our leadership is holding just fine. His ability is bonus weapon damage. Go right ahead. What about our little dude over here? Speed and melee defense. He's actually not doing particularly well against Noblars. Good to know. Very good to know. Where are our archers on this side? We'll send in some more to help him. Looks like whatever was left here is breaking. And we're going to get the rest of our boys shooting into this line as soon as we can. The ogre has clashed on the left side. Our melee boys are in and dealing damage, but maybe they're grouped up a little too much. I'm going to try to widen this out just a little bit. Also, our archers are in terrible spots shooting from trees. We're going to need to address this soon as well. Now, ogre units may be very tanky. They have a lot of stats. But one thing that works against them is notice how large ogres are. They are towering over their own units and even standing tall over our greenskins. That means these targets are going to be very easy for our archers to really land shots on them just because of how big they actually are. A lot of the right side is retreating as we are pushing in. Our leadership is holding just fine over here. Let's see what our catapults are shooting at these days. We can improve that a little bit just shooting into that pile over there. These archers, I think, have served their purpose. We'll start to move these over towards the middle so they can get some better shots on the enemy leadership. Oh, speaking of shots, our archers are taking some hits right now. Let me kite these guys away as their friends shoot in. That might buy us a little bit of time. I'm going to put more and more shots onto their leadership if I can and pull these archers back before they are on the front line. The ogre's at a quarter of his HP. His leadership is broken, and he's now starting to retreat.
Thank you, Pelly.
There he goes. Yo, thank you for the sub, my dude. Yeah, we did have reinforcements. I'm sending a message. I'm making these guys watch as we clean up the problem. They need to know that they can trust their leadership. That's very important to me. Actually, I'm about to take all of that back and send them in towards this next ogre leader. We'll see. We'll see if I stand true on that. The kiting over here did go great. Worked out just like we wanted. Let's get these guys back into position and then hitting the enemy leader. Let's get all these guys dogpiling into it. It does look like they have some archers over here. Let's make sure that they do have pressure against them. There is a huge grouping of enemies over on the right. Did our goblin die? No, he's okay. Here you go. Run back in. And let's not forget our WA is available as well. Let it rip. We'll do some big damage with that. Very big damage. We are starting to see some units rally on the left and move back in towards our archers, so I want to get them shooting as fast as I can. The reinforcement ogre is looking pretty low here, and his health is going down more and more with each passing second. We're doing some great damage in here. He just broke. He's running away. The enemy, the old general, the level 4, has started to re-rally, so let's break his confidence as well. Meanwhile, our level 8 war boss, Arnafulatif, has been holding the right side tirelessly. He has taken so much of the attention of this army away and just held this line for so long that it's allowed us to assassinate the enemy leadership without too much resistance from those Noblars at all. You know, if resisting is something that a Noblar can do. I don't know the lore. Looks like some of the leadership is re-rallying. Let's get new archers back on that guy as well and have everyone over here push up as far as they can. Everything on the right is breaking for now. If we can kill their leader again as well, they have no hope of getting that leadership back. So all archers on target, all melee running in as well. I think these guys have seen the show enough. They could come in too. And that is going to be the end of this ogre faction. Death to all ogres! Bro, I spit all over my monitor when I yelled that. Oh my god. Gross. Ugh. Oh. And it looks like, as our WA is concluding, the final ogre encampment in this mountain range has been taken down. For the record, I think these guys were actually a rebellion that popped up. We're going to loot and occupy. This place is already destroyed. We might as well get a little extra money. Wait a minute, he ran! He's not dead!
Send me to battle.
Well, they're taking attrition damage. Surely we won't have another vampire situation on our hand. Surely that is totally fine. Okay, I do want to upgrade this place with a wall as soon as I can, which means I am going to have to do some upgrading here. Let's just get that going right now. Let's not forget that the Blue Rose is the main threat of this area, and they are fielding another... No, they're not. They're still fighting this dude. Who is running away? Why are you running away? Anyway, he might be coming back towards us sooner than I anticipated. We're going to continue to get mob boss on this new army that we have. This makes our upkeep even better. That means we're getting 7,000 gold per turn without doing anything else. And we haven't even gotten our technology upgrade that we're about to get, where all of our buildings pay 5% more. That'll be next turn. I'm really excited to see what our income is next turn. And with that, we conclude turn 64. Our war was successful yet again. And honestly, this is looking way more secure than it was like 45 minutes ago. This isn't looking bad at all. Wait, the ogre decided to attack my entire standing army again. Good idea. I don't see how this could go wrong. And oh, great thinking. Great job. Okay. We just lost a lot of strength. I'll keep that in mind. We received the plague somewhere. Isn't that wonderful? We finally have... We just gained like 1,400 gold every turn from this upgrade, by the way. That is fucking huge. Keep in mind, we have 5 armies on the map, and we're still making 8,000 a turn. That is so good. That is so good. If young Pally, who did his first campaign, could see this Grimgore now, he would be out of his goddamn mind. Okay, let's kill these ogres. I said they were dead. Now they aren't. Perfect. Let's check in with the... That is the end of this faction, correct? Faction destroyed. Can I build a wall here? Not yet. This place has terrible, horrible control. Let's try to kite back a little bit, as the Blue Rose is kind of moving in, but these are just heroes. That's their actual army there. So we're going to fall back pretty far here. We might actually go in with Argor and attack if he is in range. He is indeed in range. Let's force this vampire to make a decision. Is he going to hold his ground? Is he going to run back into Grimtop and try to hide? Looks like neither. We are taking some attrition damage, but I'll just get into raiding stance here and make sure that we are, number one, healing, but also stealing money from the enemy at the same time. And I'm going to do the same thing here because we are in their zone and taking attrition damage, and I don't want that to happen. No threats approaching from the glade towards this building, so we are fine for the time being. Veil of the Titans is getting its wall, which it's needed for quite some time. And I just want to make sure that I'm giving the same treatment to all of the buildings on our borders, making sure that they are indeed built up whenever possible. Nala Throat Cruncher is in range of Thorgrim's final building, and we are going to declare war as we approach. And... Jesus. Wait. Fighting this guy is a defeat? I know he has reinforcements. This can't be true. I'm not buying this one at all. Get me in there! I have a very good plan. All right, dude. Okay. Now we're fucking talking. I'm gonna say it again. Our army is significantly weaker now than it was just one turn ago. We're in between wars at the moment. But I have what I think is a very good plan to make this battle an easy victory for us. As you can see, we kind of split our army. We do have these war chariots and trolls in this army, as well as a goblin war boss that can vanguard deploy. My goal is to push forward with the chariots and trolls in hand with my general and bring the fight to the enemy dwarf. who is standing alone in this field right now. But what about the two armies that are reinforcing? Great observation. When they come in from this back right corner, I am going to try to have the entirety of my army in place to just hold them there, and catapults moved up to barrage the living shit out of these small men who try to advance against us. I think it's a good plan. Let's see if it works. You guys go attack. You get in position. And this army marches forward to here. Let's see if it works out. We are starting to see the battle get underway in the middle of the field as the two jumping attacks from both sides. Look at that. Now, our goblin is a goblin at the end of the day, but he does have reinforcements that are coming towards him, and it does look like he's already winning this scuffle. If we could take down this guy before reinforcements get here, we might be fine. Let me get my goblin out of the way as the chariots come in to deal damage. Now, we are going to need to kite these chariots around. Let me give them a hotkey, but they need to kind of be in range for a second to really start to deal their damage. Now, we're going to do the same thing with the chariots again. Just back them up and bring them back in. The trolls should be able to stand in place like it's no problem. How long are these reinforcements? 50 seconds. 50 seconds. I might have these archers break off and just shoot here too. If we can kill this guy before reinforcements get here, literally the problem is solved. We don't have to worry about literally anything. How long do we have? 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Let's go. Wait, if he breaks, do we win? Because his leadership is bad. His leadership is terrible. Okay, chariots back in. That might be not enough space for them to actually charge up. Oh shit, reinforcements are here. All right, this is no longer a drill. Where are the catapults? Where are the catapults? Catapults shoot into that. Melee boys, line up. Big line, big line, big line. Archers, get behind them. We're gonna have to spread out once we get over here. Okay, he has broken. He has broken. I'm gonna leave the trolls on him, and we'll bring everyone else up to the front line. Trolls, stay and finish him off. Everyone else advance. Okay, this is when it's getting sketchy. They have a fucking huge army here with a level 20 lord. That's Thorgrim himself leading up this front line. All right, we gotta start getting in damage. Catapults are firing, and firing well. They're barraging the shit out of these dwarves. Okay. Okay, archers, fire at will. Spread out, fire at will. Chariots, left side, let's go. Get rid of this information panel. Chariots, get on the back. They don't have quarrelers. These are all just miners. And those miners just threw a lot of their explosives. Let's keep that in mind. Our wall is actually crumbling as the orcs are ogres. God, dwarves are advancing. You know what I mean? Let's get our leader in there. Our wall is taking quite a while to build. How is this looking? Did you eat your target yet? They're still eating. They're still eating. All right, focus Thorgrim. Focus Thorgrim. Focus Thorgrim. Focus Thorgrim. You focus Thorgrim. How are chariots looking? Okay, this is actually a lot sketchier than I thought it was going to be here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to try to retreat these archers back a little bit and then have them take aim yet again. These trolls are going to be kind of my makeshift front line, getting in there to deal damage. Our catapults need to focus these clumped up units on either side. I'm actually going to pick the right side here. I know they're going to have to move to do that. I hope I didn't move them too much. I hope that's okay. Thorgrim is just a quarter of his health down with the majority of my army focusing him. Let me get my general out of there and then maybe get these chariots coming down the hill to deal some damage. Oh my God, the trolls were annihilated nearly instantly. Let's move these archers back a little bit and give them a new target just to keep them moving. Chariots, I need you. I need you. I need you. Get over here. Get over here. Do not get tied up. My chariots are literally dying. Thorgrim and his army are doing a pretty good job of holding on. How are the catapults looking? How are the catapults? That's looking great. They're shooting into the biggest group of enemies. We do have a re-rally of the previous leadership coming in. We need to make sure these guys are coming back into the battlefield as well. And I'm going to start to reposition some of our archers to get in here and deal some damage. Now, with these groups that are re-rallying on the back here, all of my chariots just broke. That sucks so much.
Where's the scratch?
Thorgrim is looking composed, unfortunately, which is not how I wanted to describe their leadership right now. More of our units are starting to come back. Let's make sure they find good targets. Catapults still dealing a ton of damage. Let's make sure we retarget to these advancing enemies instead of the ones further away. Now, as Thorgrim moves in, I'm just going to kite away with these guys, re-rally our leadership back onto theirs, and then hit the side with our chariots and trolls that are now coming back to us. Okay. Archers are starting to break again. I'm going to re-rally. Let's get catapults shooting left instead. We almost have our WA. We almost have our WA. I'm going to focus here. I'm going to focus here. No, you focus here. You get in here and flank. You help kill this target. We need to start assassinating targets. Here's our WA. Big damage boost across the entirety of our army. We are seeing the old enemy general get weakened and battered as he is taking a shit ton of damage right now and is running yet again. That means we need to focus our efforts on Thorgrim once more. Let's make sure everyone is indeed rallying back in. Our general moving to the side to fight some of the opposition. Keep shooting him. Keep shooting him. Where are our chariots? Move, chariots! Move over here, chariots! I don't know if they'll be able to break combat easily, but that's what I'm trying to do. Catapults are taking aim, but not at the guy I wanted them to take aim at. Shoot Thorgrim, goddammit! Every shot at Thorgrim! The right side is starting to break. We need to get in control of this quickly. We're going to use our leadership and chariots to do that, as they should plow right over a lot of the opposition. We do have enemies approaching on the left. They are breaking a lot of my other units here. Do I have any melee that have re-rallied? Yes, I do. Let's bring them back in as well. This is a very close battle for now. Thorgrim is taking a lot of damage as more of my catapults break in, or more of my chariots break in the middle. I'm going to have this catapult shoot over there. Our leadership is doing fine. This is doing a lot of damage. This is good. We need to re-rally you back towards the fight. Hopefully they're breaking whatever this is over on the left relatively soon. I can't even attack it. There we go. Bro, these miners are actually relentless. Holy shit. Okay, these catapults, rather than rotating with the Lord, are going to start to focus that way. You go help them get the flanking damage in, and we might be able to win that. Oh, God, their Thane broke me again. Shit! And the left side is looking really bad. Chariots are flying, going anywhere they feel like going. I need to get these archers out. Get these melee in. We can fight the Thane with that, maybe. Get these archers on the Thane. Oh, God, they have melee on my catapults. I didn't even notice. Okay, this is looking handled. The melee will die soon. The melee will die soon. And then we're going to have to switch our focus towards this Thane in a big way. I'm going to move these catapults back. Okay, leadership back on this. Go, get on this, get on this. Kill him, kill him. Chariots are starting to come back. Chariots, you get in here too. Thorgrim is chasing down my leadership right now. We are very quickly trying to run away. We need more damage here. We're starting to break their army. Okay, push up, push up, push up. Go, 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 go. If they're breaking, that's really good news. We do need some extra damage in here on these miners. Oh my God, this Thane is being so problematic, actually. Okay, do I have any other units that aren't doing anything? Yes, I do. Bring them back in. You shoot Thorgrim. You run. Left side's looking excellent. Keep pushing in. You run. Get out of there. If I lose all my catapults here, that's okay. We just recruited those. We can recruit other ones too. I'm going to keep kiting. Thorgrim has his eyes locked on my goblin leader, or at least he did momentarily. Okay, archers move, archers move, archers move. Let him hit the catapults. That's okay.
I'm ready.
Let him hit the catapults. Okay, that's been broken. Sneak behind and break that. You guys are re-rallying to me, right? Get the fuck in here. I am afraid they're going to re-rally soon. Archers on Thorgrim. All archers on Thorgrim.
War boss.
I don't want you fighting the Thane. Go fight those guys. Although I kind of need you here to not break leadership. Well, it doesn't even look like that's working at this point. All archers on Thorgrim. You're on Thane. You're on Thane. You're on... Yeah, finish that. Oh, shit. Kite. Thorgrim's coming for my leadership again. You guys focus this. You go help. Trolls, grab the Thane.
Time for slaughtering.
Okay, he's coming for me. We're still kiting. We're still fine.
Jab 'em good.
Get that damage in. The Thane broke my melee there. Thane's probably going to continue to do that. I'm going to get trolls over there. We're kiting.
War boss.
We're okay. I'm going to bring these trolls down to grab Thorgrim.
Mighty war boss.
These catapults are completely broken. Melee is starting to re-rally on that side. We need our dudes coming in. Take these down. Keep shooting Thorgrim. You don't even need to grab him. He's okay. We just needed to stop him for a second. Now, this Thane is way more of a problem. You guys come over here, kill this. You guys get back on Thorgrim. I need these melee to intercept the reinforcements. Do I have anyone still sleeping? Yes, I do. You come back in, shoot Thorgrim. You come back in, shoot Thorgrim. Don't you fucking give up on me. You guys need to kite. Kite. Trolls on this. Leadership, keep moving. Kill that. Fuck, he's in melee range. I don't have anything to peel at the moment. I'll run him through these dead catapults. Oh no! The goblin died! Everyone! Desperation attack! Everyone on Thorgrim! Everyone! I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, that was so fucking close! That was so close! Valiant defeat. Thorgrim and his army have held, but just barely. Well, we gave that a good, honest effort. Thorgrim's level 20, though, so that does make him a very, very difficult target to overcome. Now, that being said, we didn't lose our whole army. All they have to do is heal. In fact, we didn't lose a single unit. So if I can get an encamping stance, we're going to start to rob Thorgrim as long as we stay in his territory. I'm even going to move a little bit further away so he can't march out to get us. But let's not forget that we have some reinforcements in the area as well, with the Crooked Moon taking interest in this. The fact that they're already plagued, they might not be marching out to stop me anytime soon. We might just be able to try again. Although, how are we gonna, what's the answer to Thorgrim? You know what I mean? How do we deal with that? Well, to prepare for the next turn, we're gonna see Grimgore and Giblet move east along the mountain pass in the, just north of where we were now, actually. The plan is to underway towards Ungrim in the next couple of turns and try to bring the fight to him. Oh, you know I haven't paid in a while? Hey, bud. Hey, bud. How's it going up here? You guys doing great? Still moving through stuff? That's excellent. So happy to see that. All of a sudden, this little payment to my nemesis up north is cheap as fuck. 2,000 gold there, that's nothing to keep a war back. Especially when we're making 9,000 a turn. Oh, I love making money. Doesn't matter if it's in real life or in video games. That stuff's excellent. Well, I think we're mostly done for this turn. We're gonna wrap it up right here. Very big fight. We're gonna see a rematch of it next episode. Be sure not to miss out. Easiest way is to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget we stream these live on the weekends. So you're more than welcome to join us over on Twitch as well. I moved my record button. Desperately tried to find it without looking away. Failed miserably. Take care. See you next time. Goodbye.